50% EU tariffs delayed until July 9th for last-minute deal talks. President Trump announced on Sunday that he will delay the implementation of 50% tariffs on the European Union until July 9th, allowing time for further negotiations. Trump said he received a call for an extension from European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, writing on Truth Social, "It was my privilege to do so." The Commission President said that talks will begin rapidly. Von der Leyen echoed this sentiment in a post on X. "Europe is ready to advance talks swiftly and decisively. To reach a good deal, we would need the time until July 9th.
Apple shrugs off Trump's 25% tariff threat, expands iPhone production in India. Apple shares dropped on Friday after President Trump announced that the company would face 25% tariffs on iPhones not made in the U.S. Trump further stated that tariffs on all smartphones not manufactured in the U.S., including those from Apple and Samsung, would be implemented by the end of June. Speaking to reporters at the White House, Trump emphasized his stance that Apple can build iPhones in the U.S. "It's computerized," Trump said, perhaps a reference to iPhone's manufacturing plants. Despite Trump's warning, Apple is moving forward with a $1.5 billion expansion in India through Foxconn to ramp up iPhone production.
Nvidia to launch cheaper Blackwell AI chip in China amid export curbs. Nvidia is reportedly preparing to release a new AI chip for the Chinese market under its Blackwell line, priced significantly lower than its export-restricted H20 model. According to sources cited by Reuters, the new chip will cost between $6,500 and $8,000 compared to the $10,000 to $12,000 range of the H20. It will be built on Nvidia's RTX Pro 6000D architecture and will utilize standard GDDR7 memory instead of high-bandwidth alternatives. Additionally, the chip will not feature Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing's advanced packaging technology.
Trump signs orders to supercharge U.S. nuclear energy push. President Trump signed executive orders on Friday to boost U.S. nuclear energy production and streamline reactor approvals. The measures aim to overhaul the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, clear a path to allow the Department of Energy to build reactors on federal land, expand uranium mining and enrichment, and reform nuclear energy research under the Department of Energy. Oracle to drop $40 billion on Nvidia chips for first Stargate data center. Oracle is set to invest $40 billion in Nvidia's high-end GB200 chips to power OpenAI's massive new data center in Abilene, Texas. The data center will be the first constructed as part of the $500 billion U.S. Stargate project, according to the Financial Times. The 1.2 gigawatt facility, expected to go live by mid-2026, will be one of the world's largest. Oracle plans to acquire 400,000 Nvidia chips for AI workloads. This follows news that OpenAI, Oracle, Nvidia, SoftBank, Cisco, and G42 are also collaborating on a similar 1 gigawatt Stargate data center in the UAE. The compute cluster will be built by G42 and operated by OpenAI and Oracle using Nvidia's Grace Blackwell chips.
Oklo soars 10% on South Korea nuclear MOU to build next-gen reactors. Oklo shares jumped over 10% after announcing a memorandum of understanding with Korea Hydro and Nuclear Power to collaborate on developing and deploying Oklo's fourth-generation small modular reactor technology. The partnership will focus on advancing the design and verification of Oklo's Aurora powerhouse and includes cooperation in early-stage project development, manufacturability, equipment planning, supply chain coordination, and construction planning. Oklo is currently preparing to submit a combined license application later this year with the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission to build a 75-megawatt electric Aurora fast reactor at the Idaho National Laboratory site.
Rocket Lab eyes Golden Dome future with satellite sensors acquisition. Rocket Lab announced it will acquire GEOST, a Tucson-based electro-optical and infrared EO/IR payload developer with a 20-year track record in national security satellite missions. GEOST provides advanced EO/IR sensors for missile warning, Earth observation, tactical surveillance, and space domain awareness, key to U.S. Department of Defense priorities like the Golden Dome architecture and Space Development Agency's tracking layer. The $275 million deal includes $125 million in cash, $150 million in Rocket Lab stock, and up to $50 million in earnout payments. The acquisition, expected to close in the second half of 2025, enhances Rocket Lab's capabilities in end-to-end national security space solutions. Salesforce bets big on data, acquires Informatica for $25 per share. By uniting the power of Data Cloud, MuleSoft, and Tableau with Informatica's industry-leading advanced data management capabilities, we will enable autonomous agents to deliver smarter, safer, and more scalable outcomes for every company, and significantly strengthen our position in the $150 billion plus enterprise data market. Mark Benioff, chair and CEO of Salesforce, said in a statement, Salesforce's acquisition of Informatica has been approved by both companies' boards and is expected to close early in Salesforce's fiscal 2027, pending customary closing conditions. Salesforce said the deal should boost adjusted earnings per share, operating margin, and free cash flow in the second year after closing.
Joby Aviation soars on Toyota's $250 million investment. Joby Aviation shares surged on Wednesday after it closed the first $250 million tranche of a strategic investment from Toyota Motor Corporation. The funding is intended to help Joby achieve certification and begin commercial production of its electric air taxis. The deal also moves the companies closer to forming a strategic manufacturing alliance.
Tesla to launch Robotaxi fleet in Austin on June 12th, with new FSD unsupervised. Tesla is targeting June 12th to launch its Robotaxi service in Austin, starting with a small fleet of 10 to 20 Model Y vehicles equipped with the new FSD unsupervised software. The rollout will be geofenced to safer areas as a safety-first trial phase. Tesla plans to scale to 1,000 vehicles within a few months and expand to Los Angeles and San Francisco. While initially using current consumer vehicles, a purpose-built cybercab could arrive as early as 2026. Musk steps down from DOGE role, criticizes Trump's big, beautiful tax bill. Elon Musk is stepping down from his role as a senior advisor to President Donald Trump after leading the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. In a post on X, Musk thanked Trump but cited disappointment with the president's big, beautiful budget bill, which he criticized for increasing the deficit and undermining DOGE's mission. In an upcoming CBS Sunday Morning interview, Musk said,
I was disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit, not just decrease it, and undermines the work that the DOGE team is doing.
US blocks EDA sales to China, slamming Cadence and Synopsys shares. Financial Times. The US Commerce Department's Bureau of Industry and Security has ordered electronic design automation, EDA firms, to halt sales of their software and services to China in an effort to hinder China's ability to develop advanced semiconductors. It's unclear at this point what the parameters of these new export controls are. Cadence dropped 9.5%, Synopsys plunged 11%, and Ansys fell 5.7% following the news. Despite the hit, Synopsys shares rebounded after hours following strong Q2 earnings and guidance that beat estimates.
NuScale's bigger, better reactor design gets green light from U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission. The U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission has approved NuScale Power's updated 77-megawatt small modular reactor design, an upgrade from its previously approved 50-megawatt version. According to CEO John Hopkins, the enhanced design aims to improve cost efficiency and performance. The approval, which came 2 months earlier than had been expected, allows NuScale to build and operate a plant, Hopkins told Reuters. NuScale is in talks to build SMRs with 5 Tier 1 hyperscalers that we have non-disclosure agreements with, but Hopkins declined to identify the companies.